So we're at the stage of plumbing and getting it connected to the old system, which isn't too bad of a thing, but that is going to be sticking out too far, so I need to come out of there straight away. Now I did ask the bloke, well, he did give me this, but not big enough, so at least we've got that. We can take it with us. We know that thread is, whether it's AF or whether it's pipe thread or whatever, but there is a different pipe, and of course we know it's a right hand thread. Yeah, it's not like a gas pipe where you have to go the opposite thread, although air is gas I suppose. But anyway, and we want to fit one of these, so by the time we fitted one of those, it's going to be quite long and quite sticking out the end of the tank I should say. So we want to do that. We come out of here immediately, and then we have to bring it to here, then we have to bring it to here, so we want that to be sticking out there, which is that way. Yeah, we want that to do that, don't we, coming out, so we get a feed there. But we've got to put a tap on it as well, haven't we? It would be nice to have a tap. Do we put the tap in front or behind? Or do we come out the corner? This is going to be quite big. We'll come around the corner here, we'll put a tap in here, then we'll get something that bangs up the end that this connects to, so that we can connect this to it then. So we've got to come around the corner, and we've got to get, this will be a female, won't it? So it'll be a female, will come around the corner, this will be female, the male will go into it, and the female, yes, we need to end to this now, don't we? So let's go find a bend of this size, because we've got the thread, haven't we? And we've got the thread to thread into. So let's go and give that a bash. Will the tap work? Well, it'll have to work that way. Still brings it out. We'll have to look at that, which way is on and which way is off. Are these things reversible? Oh no, off is there. I don't think I'll have that much room. I think what we'll have to do is, if we want a tap, we're going to have to bring the tap up here. But let's get into that thread, and let's get round this corner as quickly as we can first. Yeah, we need to get around this corner quickly as we can. Not that size, next size up, bigger. We've also got to do, split the feed. Yeah, one line will come in and go to the dry line, and then the other line will go through and hit the oiled line. Two separate air feeds on it. Yeah. So let's go and find a T-piece or a Y-piece. Y-piece will do. T-piece might be better, or we might have. If you remember the old one, somebody made it up themselves, so we might have to make our own T-piece. Let's see if I prefer a T-piece, I think. So let's go see if we can find a T-piece. Go and see how much success we get out of here. We're going around to Sammy Mayo. It's just like going to see your granddad. Go to your granddad's shed and he'll find stuff for you. Only you've got to pay Sammy Mayo for his services and his stuff. But I must start picking up random plumbing fittings, all that jazz that I walk past in the car boots. Yeah, we've got a new mission. We should get ourselves 2 or 3 lifetimes full of mixed plumbing connections, one way or another. Then, because I don't do any plumbing at all, no. And I've got no fixings or anything like that. So yeah, we've got a new mission: collect a whole big tin of plumbing fixings, so we don't have to travel around. We've got it in a pot somewhere. So come on, let's go and see Grandad Sammy Mayo. He'll fix me up. Blew me out the water. Nothing. You say, oh no, don't do nothing like that, Reggie. Oh dear me. So I'm gonna have to go back to Machine Mart. But meanwhile, Stephen's on his way. He'll get back and work on the electrics. But oh, anyway, that was a surprise. But anyway, I didn't get it from where I wanted to get it from, So we'll have to go back to Machine Mart. No big deal, really. But yeah, it's anyway. Meantime, we're just gonna. Steve's come. He's gonna do the wires for us. Lovely. Must have another tidying session. I must. Oh, poor old Stephen. He's gonna come along now and do the electrics, right? So let's say he touches something. He shouldn't auto. The electrics were meant to be off, but it wasn't. He touches something, so he's been electrocuted. And the trippers have all tripped. The whole village has got no electric in it. And he's had this shock, this 100,000,000 volts things coming through him, right? So it's lifted him up in the air. He's still alive. The electric shock hasn't killed him. So now he's up in the air. His eyes are popping out of his head. His tongue's round by his neck, and he's recovering. His hair sticking out like he's converted to being a rasta. And he's flying through the air, and he's still alive. He's all right. He hasn't killed him. He's all right. Well, I'll tell you what will kill him is when he lands on the floor, because he's got nowhere to land. If he gets kicked and thrown across the room, he'd be brown bread, wouldn't he? Oh dear me, I must concentrate. We did tidy this up, didn't we? This wasn't too bad, and we were going to make progress, and we got distracted by the pallets and one thing and another, and so I'm going to do it. I must do it. We've half done the bench. Well, it's a beginning, isn't it? It's half as full as it was. So I must. I'm considering, now I've started my next purchase. I think I'm going to go down the drawers. They save so much space. I must get at least a few of these drawer things in, put all this stuff away, tools, all that. I think it looks full, but you lay them flat, it wouldn't be full, would it? So I think my next Christmas and birthday is coming. I think I'm going to have them big drawers up here in the corner to try and swallow all the gear, laying all flat and spacey. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a bit of money, but I've got nowhere to put anything. It comes in. Where the hell am I? The only reason it's there is because I don't know what to do with it, where to put it, because I've got no space. I must create more space. I did with my taps and dies, didn't I? Made a shelves for my taps and dies, so I found a home for them. But everything else, and they're all just tools and spanners and box spanners and that corner's coming out, and I'm having them draw things in there. Might take a while, like I say, might take a few bob, but I'm going to do it. So, one of the very first things we're going to do when we've got this up and running, and we've got a few valves and connections, and this sort of valve explains it exactly. So this tank will be full of air. Will be full of 100 psi or so, topped up, kept up, full of air, won't it? So we'll have a nice reservoir of air. And there's going to be a pipe coming out of it, coming to sort of one of these behind a door somewhere, mounted behind a door. So when you open the door, the air rushes through into probably a regulator, into some sort of horny, noisy thing. Yeah, so it makes a hell of a noise. So that will be connected to the door. So here is the door opening and closing, and you'll want the door opening and closing all the time, won't you? So then from here there'll be another pipe coming down in a hidden place, and on the wall there might be another one of these valves, or it might even be a turny round and round valve, probably a turny round and round valve, which will feed the air on or off. So you'll turn it on secretly via a, what's it called, a cock valve, a stop cock, something you turn like a tap and you screw it in. That will stop all this air escaping through the horn when the alarm is off. And when you turn it on, charge it, the air will rush from the tank up here, and it'll be waiting behind this little valve here that will be behind the door. And when you open the door, the door will be connected to this, which will then open this valve, which I guess will have to go to some sort of regulator, which will give this a constant pressure of noise, and it'll go wah! I can't wait to make that air-driven alarm system, and they'll all be running around looking for wires, looking for sirens, looking for everything, and meanwhile the horns will maybe be making one hell of a noise way out of reach, even if they would be situated behind a cupboard, so you have to move the cupboard to get to the horns to shut them up. That is my very first job I've got in mind for when we've got this up and running, and I don't think we're that far away. We can't be that far away, can we? We can't be that far away from having this up and running and tucked under there and forgotten about. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I ain't running it because I've put any oil in it yet, but ooh, it's running, it's running, it's running. Let's put some oil in it. Oh, look at this. I'm using a Tumfat. Tundish. Tumfat, yes. That's a Welsh name, isn't it? Tumfat. It's a Tumfat. So, you know, we're a bit older and we've got a bit more money now, haven't we? But I remember Debbie had a twin tub. She'd wash it and then have to put it in a spinner. Twin tub, and the club it was then, you bought everything on tick, didn't you? And the very first automatic proper washing machine where you could see the clothes go around in the tub. I remember sitting in the kitchen watching it doing its first wash. So with Debbie, so let's watch this fill its first tank, shall we? Light fire. there. I haven't really put that in yet. I need to put PTFE around that. But let's read what that gauge says. Hold on, come down with me. What's it say? Come on. What's it reading? What's PSI? Is that 100 PSI now, is it? What the hell is pound? Yeah, PSI. Red is PSI. So the red, well, that's 100 PSI now. Ooh, where's the blow-off valve? Where is the safety blow-off valve? Usually you pull a piece of chain or something, don't you? And it blows it off. I wonder if it's this. Let's try it again. I can't see where you regulate it, you know. I can't see where you regulate it. Let's pull it again. That there because that's 150 psi. That's as much pressure as I've ever seen on anything. Oh, bloody hell. Is there some sort of a regulator on here? What does that say? Pressure control set from factory, maximum safe operation, pull button up and down, push red button down for off. Oh, does it mean you can go some more? What does that say there? What does that say there? Well, usually you get a bit of a chain, don't you? And you pull the end of the chain and it blows up. The only air you can hear is from here. I haven't put any tape on that yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to use that connection. Anyway. No wonder they go with a bang under the bench. Bloody hell. Anyway, let's see how much air with it switched off 150 psi is. Wow, watch. That certainly is a lot of air, isn't it? Wow. It's sort of frightening me at the moment. Can you imagine that much pressure coming out in one go from under your bench? Wow. I suppose once it's in there and you've turned it on, it won't matter, will it? Look, it's still smoking. Look at that. Oh. When is it gonna jump out? I wonder. What's It's scaring me actually. Jim, look, it's up, it's running. Woohoo! Ha-ha! It's took us a while. Just got to put it in place now and then plumb it back in again. Fantastic, fantastic. So that's what was causing the trouble all along, tripping. That's an A, can you see? An S, B, a B, an A there, a B there, a B, B. This one we had to go and get a D because it was tripping. So it was these letters on these trips that make all the difference. Wow, who knew that? You live and you learn, don't you? You live and you learn. I'm over here, it is over there. I'm going to run it until it switches off now, or it explodes, one of the two. There should be a safety valve, so we should hear this, or we should hear it switch off. Oh, frightening, man. You know when you do something for the first time? Wow. Let me see. I haven't started building up yet. I think it's off the bottom of the gauge. Let me come back to you. Shut the valve. So now the gauge will grow quite quickly. Yeah. The gauge is there, look. It's beginning to move. Let me come back to you. I'm going to be in the building. Oh, if it goes, it'll go with a bang, won't it? What did we have it up to? Didn't it go up to like 120 psi or something? Bloody hell. Oh, that's going to be a thing. Once you get used to it, I suppose it'll be alright. Let's see when it switches off. Let's get back a bit further. Get back a bit further. There's got to be... There will be some way of regulating it, do you think? There's got to be. Oh dear, I'm really nervous. Quite quiet though. You know, when you're using air tools, it's noisy anyway. So, it hasn't switched off yet. Got to be ready to come off by now, hasn't it? It's got to be. I'm going to trip it in the house, I think. Look at that. Inside the house. Protecting myself now. I'm going to bloody trip it. Yeah, come on. Let's go and have a look what the gauge says. Yeah, let's go and see what the gauge says. Oh, what does the gauge say? It's leaking. Well, that's because I haven't done the connection. We can't see, can we? It's not moving that much air. Oh, let's open this door. Get some light on the scene. What did the gauge say? Still working on it. Let's leave that door open. Let's bang her back on. Put her back on. She's got to come off sooner or later. Finally, she's finally come to a stop. What pressure is she holding when she comes to a stop? Oh, what pressure? What pressure? She's leaking a little bit. Oh look, it stops on there. Just the beginning of the red. So she must be up to 150, nearly 140 before she kicks off. Ooh, what's it going to be when she kicks back in? Oh, it's the only reason it's leaking is because I haven't put any PTFE on that. Let's let a bit out and watch this gauge. Oh, she goes over quite a bit. Let's watch it kick back in. You get used to it, I suppose. Yeah, you just don't think about it that there's 150 psi sitting under your bench. Ooh. To do a test, I was about to run the impact gun and the chisel, the edge. chisel, and it blew the end off the air chisel. I think I'm going to have to upgrade a lot of my connections because I don't think it's seen this much pressure ever before. Ooh. It blew the end of this off and I jumped a mile. I thought, ooh! I'm still very nervous of having 150 psi under the bench. That's going to be something to get used to. Oh, it's got plenty of pressure to run the tools. Wow, plenty. Wow, I'm really going to enjoy it now. Once I get used to and upgrade all my connections, I'm blowing them to hell. If only I had the camera running. I jumped a mile. The only thing I've got a question with is this oil level. He said to me in the shop, halfway up the dot, but there's no oil around the outside, but there is oil on the inside. I can't really figure out where the oil level is. Does it need more or does it need less, or is it too full? Is that a bubble that's there? So is it too full? I can't figure out this. I thought if it ran a bit I could see it, but I can't figure out the oil level. So Nigel's going to drop by and have a look for me. Another thing is I'm going to have to watch out for it. There isn't that much pressure in it, but I'm going to have to get used to when you disconnect the bloody there's that much more pressure. They disconnect that much harder now. I haven't really had that problem before, but look at the force this disconnects at. Ooh, that's one hell of a force, and it's only at 100 psi now. So if that was 150 psi, this beast needs taming, I do believe. Yeah, but I don't operate directly from the tank. That will go up to the regulator. So maybe that would be the answer. Yeah, you could regulate it from there, and it's also regulated from here. So it might not be an issue. It might be a tank thing. So the cage is very easy to fit. You just put this in here, run it through there, and then turn it, and it locks them together. So these connect and disconnect very easily. Just half a turn and they pop out. Just pop out. So you put them in, look, push them down, and then it connects this half of the wire to that half of the wire. So that's easy enough. I don't think it's a mission impossible. I think we could cut this bar across here. That would allow us to go that much further in, which will then turn. So is it worth the effort? I think so. I think we'll make it fit. Yeah, we'll cut this crossbar, we'll go back in, we'll cut the bar there, this bar that's going across here, we'll cut that off. We only have to cut it to there really, but let's cut this bar off. Let's get the tank in, and if we decide to brace it again afterwards, higher up or something, it makes no difference. That bench is well jammed in between the wall there and the wall and the rest of the bench work across there. So I think cut this bar out, nudge this up behind there. If we have to, we'll take this out and we'll push things that way. It'll be a good excuse to clear everything up, wouldn't it? It's a job, it's a whole day's job on its own, but the main thing is it goes underneath that bench. So I think we will persevere and we will make it fit, I think. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed the adventure of the compressor coming, missing the measuring slightly. I haven't got room. I lifted the other one up and over, didn't I? But I haven't got the top room to make this fit. So I think, yeah, we've got to put it under there. And I think, yes, we can drape the chain along here, so if it does blow, the chains will restrict it. But I don't. It's got a long way to go before it gets all that sort of situation, till it gets old and knackered. And 2025, it'll probably outlive me, won't it? If the other one was 50 years old. Anyway, let's. I'm really pleased with it. Yeah. Pressing different ones. Yeah. Eyes only. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
I like that one better because it looks like he's winking.
Yeah.
The mouth doesn't change.
We were worried about the vent, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
We forgot about the vent. We would have just had the eyes. Stephen's eyes are down here.
Of course, they'll be a bit further apart.
Didn't really want to put Velcro to hold the.
That's a good test.
There.
That is.
I was gonna just get a
bit wider. That's it. Come on, you fiddler. Right.
Move your right hand one a bit further.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's good, actually.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh well, do you know what then?
Here to help me. Is that gauge? Should it be halfway across as well? To half of the middle of the centre it's supposed to be. Where's the oil round the outside? I can't see. Can you see it? Where's the... You can't see the... Where's the level? Stupid thing. Why not have a dipstick? Like the person that's checking the oil, the dipstick and fix it fine. Thing now, look, it's definitely the right level now. Hold on. Definitely the right level. Do you see the dot? See the mark halfway across the dot? We put it back in the tub, it didn't need any, so there must have been some in there. At least Nigel's been and we've double checked it. That's now the correct level.